Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the ground game.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
To the middle. Finds a tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on 3rd down, 4th down coming. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't done well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
I wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually a guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. They get to him as he throws. By himself, he makes the grab. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
For quarterbacks, we always talk about soft focus around you, hard focus downfield. That quarterback was dialed into his wide receiver with laser focus, knowing he's going to get hit, not too concerned about it, though, and that's why he was able to complete that throw.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Cooper. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Catch in the middle, it's Morris. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the shotgun, the inside give. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Leaves it with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Maiava. Got his man quickly. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down. Man, that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to throw, it's Maiava. Quick completion on the out route. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And on that out route, third down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver. The result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before, ice in their veins, and you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. Quarterback got it himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lane. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Gets it out quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The RPO, it's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The sure hands, it's Jordan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Under fire. come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Shoots it to the left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Back to throw. It's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on second down for this offense. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Hoosiers will have a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Maiava. Going to take a shot. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting the inspiration.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped again, and he's had necessarily a productive one so far. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The play action fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And 3rd down is money.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Trojans have this offense rolling. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back for the defense. They were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
Indiana 10, USC 0.
So we open the final period with a third down play. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Good timing on the quick out. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Turning on the Jets. Hits him with a stiff arm. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short. The bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Motion from the wideout. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. To the air, it's Mayava. Gets rid of it. Big fella moving. Into the house. Touchdown, Trojans! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Give to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
You got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this this running back today. It's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Punt is in the air. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Nice job. Had a little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Indiana!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up 14 over Nebraska. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Lemon. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
To throw, it's Maiava. Caught near the sticks, it's Lemon. And the Trojans pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Grab near the sticks. It's Lemon. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Lane. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's it's third down. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it. But finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.